Hello, this is Annalisa Christensen here. I'm checking in about my good action for the day, which started with delivering a whole load of equipment for the Extinction Rebellion that's starting on the 7th of October in London. And I provided a whole load of waterproof ponchos, pots and pans, a bucket, a pop-up tent to store food in, and I can't remember what else, a couple of cups and stuff like that. Then I went on to have a look at the Green Fair and had a look about sustainability and stuff, and went on to some talks for the rest of the afternoon about rewilding and foraging and creating foraging gardens. And then last we went to a talk, and that was about creating parallel economies that basically aren't monetary. So, like, as it turns out, it was all the stuff that I've been doing lately and before, like the click to give, the charity miles, things where other companies sponsor you and or sponsor the company you're going to provide the thing that you want to give. So, charity miles, I've got it set for Nature Conservancy at the moment, which means that each time I go out for a walk and send my charity miles in, um, that money goes towards nature conservation. But it could be for about, I think there's something like 42 different charities it could be for. And then there's the click to gives that I do, which there are loads of them. I haven't recorded all of those yet, so I will actually record them. I might create a page, or I might actually do a web page, or I might even do a little booklet or something to record them all in. And then he was mentioning a whole load of others, which actually he didn't go into a lot because he's an author and he hasn't finished writing it, and he's done 6 years research into parallel what do you call it, economies, and how we don't need to actually always deal in money, and we can save the planet, because the 99% who haven't got loads of money, like me and possibly you, can do all these other things that don't cost us anything, but other people will pay us to do it because they can advertise to us and they can get some other benefit from it. Anyway, that's how I spent my day, and I think there's an awful lot of good actions there, and I've gone away with solidifying one of my thoughts that I've had for the last few days, which is to create insect paths. One of the questions in one of the talks was, ask what you can save. Think about what it is that you can save. And in my mind, that talk the other day where they asked about the bugs on the windscreen, and do you remember when we used to get bugs on the windscreen? That was shocking to me, and I'm feeling very strongly, even though before now it was always about, like, oh my god, I really have to save the hedgehog, because when I was younger, it was a running joke. It was a horrible running joke, but there was cartoons in the paper about hedgehogs getting run over. But now you don't even see a hedgehog on the road. Now you might see badgers on the road, but even they're getting culled. They're getting culled for carrying TB when all they need is an injection and they'll be fine, and actually it's not usually them that's carrying the TB anyway. So anyway, where before I was thinking hedgehogs, birds, I'm actually going back another level and thinking, where have all the insects gone? Really need to do something about this. So, in my mind, I am actually developing an idea with my daughter about creating um, little miniature gardens, basically pots, built into various areas, little dead spots in passageways and things, which might be okay to put in some plants. We're even thinking that might not even plant them all, but put in a sign saying "Adopt a planter," and then other people can plant what they want, and they can water it and whatever. Uh, it's really getting the idea out there that we can take over these grey spaces. These, along our wall, along our road, we have loads. Well, it's mostly grey. It's all road. There's no trees. There's no plants, except weeds that might grow up through the cracks. It's not exactly a wonderful place for insects. So one of the things we would like to do is, whether it's passed in Parliament or not, and I know it's due to go through again. 2 years ago in 2018, it failed. The bill failed on the first sitting, which is ridiculous because it's such an important deal. But whether it goes through or not, Hastings is a forward-looking town, and I'm suspecting that they wouldn't destroy them, and I think they would be they would welcome this addition. So we're going to go for it. We're going to build these like little planters all over the place wherever we can put them, and hope that people will enjoy them and the insects will too. So anyway, that's what I have in my mind from all the different stuff that we've been watching this week. Really worth watching different ideas. I'm going to try and read up more about the insect corridors, because one of the things we think about insects is they have to go because they're pests, which is why we call it pesticide. But actually, as my friend Tim said, we could call it bird foodicide. So we're killing all the bird food, or we could call it something else, and actually, that's more meaningful in the reality of it, which is we are destroying the bird and bat food, and we're therefore reducing the ecology chain. We're cutting down the food chain and we're chopping it off at the bottom, and that's not good. Anyway, gonna go now, so see you tomorrow. Bye for now. Bye.